Most refs treat doors as scenery. You describe it, the thief rolls a check, and you move on. You're doing it wrong. In a proper dungeon crawl, especially if we're looking at the BX OSR tradition, a door isn't just wood and iron, it's a time sink. And in a dungeon, time is the one resource you can't buy back. So let's talk about decision pressure. When your players hit a stuck door, they have three choices: force it, find another way, or spend the time to be quiet. If they force it, it's loud. In VX, forcing a door takes a turn, and I already know the arguments. Well, why does it take a turn to force a door? Pretty much, if you're taking an action that's outside of combat, it takes a turn. 10 minutes. It stays consistent. And that's 10 minutes means that's an encounter check. If they fail that first open doors roll, well, someone can try again. It's going to take another 10 minutes. Suddenly, that simple door has cost them 20 minutes of torch time, 20 minutes of protection from evil, and it's giving chances for a wandering monster to smell their blood, their sweat, their desperation. If the party fails to open a door on the first try, the dungeon reacts. It's noisy. You shouldn't just say it stays shut. You should describe the boom of a shoulder hitting the wood echoing down the hall. Now the players are sweating. Do they try again or risk a second noise check? Do they retreat, knowing that they've alerted everything in, I don't know, 100-foot radius? Now we can take the pressure up a notch. Let's talk about the psychological impact of the one way door. What's this? Well, you've all seen them in the classic modules, right? Your party pushes their way through a heavy stone door and it swings shut with a thud behind them. And you realize there's no handle on this side. In a modern high fantasy game, the players just look for a hidden switch. Now, if you're a tavern regular, well, you know better. A one way door instantly shifts the mission from exploration to survival. The decision pressure isn't about what's in the next room anymore, it's about the fact that the path behind you is gone. As a referee, use these sparingly. Trust me. But use them. It forces a party to commit. It stops the 5 foot step style of play where they retreat to the surface after every scuffle. Once that door clicks shut, the only way out is through. Then, what else do we have? There's the door that talks back. This is where the listen to doors procedure becomes your best friend. It's a 1 in 6 chance for a reason. Hey, demi-humans have a better chance. It's a gamble. If the party spends the time to listen, maybe they hear low grumbling in a language they don't speak. Well, the pressure shifts. See, now it's a diplomatic crisis. Do they knock? Do they try to bribe whoever's on the other side? Or do they risk the Braveheart move and kick it in? Every 30 seconds they spend arguing in the hallway is another tick of the clock. No, it's not a turn, but it's time ticking away. I have honestly seen parties spend 10, 20, 30 real world minutes debating what to do at a closed door. And I'm sitting at the table at a con or sitting behind my virtual screen here, and I'm quietly rolling encounter dice every 2 turns. Now, eventually, the decision will be made for them when a patrol catches them from behind. That's the pressure I'm talking about. Once the door is open, the pressure doesn't stop. Spiking a door open or shut is a classic move. If the party is being chased, that door is their only shield. If they're resting, it's their only wall. Remind your players that iron spikes are on their equipment list for a reason. They aren't just for climbing, they're for controlling the flow of the dungeon. If they don't spike, tell them the door sticks shut behind them. The dungeon wants to reset, it wants to isolate the party. Stop treating doors like fluff. They are the valves of your dungeon. They control the air, the light, and most importantly, time. Use them to squeeze your players. Make them choose between being fast and being safe. Because in a dungeon, you can rarely be both. Before you head out, I want to thank the 215 or so minions of the tavern. These are those that support this tavern with their cold hard cash. They leave a tip for the bartender in that tip jar, and it's greatly appreciated. You guys and gals keep the torches lit. If you find value in these old school deep dives, please join the community. Hit that subscribe button. Check the affiliate links below. Comment, like, all that. It helps the channel more than you know. Now go out there, run your game, and make sure that doors actually matter. God bless and be good.